Yes, I hope everybody able to see hear my voice, right? Now I have given permission to unmute yourself. You all can unmute yourself. Can anyone say yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So nobody is there to introduce about me. So like myself, Raja Vishwanathan, I am working as a scientist C computer science, and before joining with Flipnet Center, I worked with Indian School of Business Hyderabad from October 2011 to 2015. Prior to ISB, I worked as a like electronic resource management trainee with the Indian Institute of Science (IISc) Bangalore. Basically, I am a physics graduate. I have completed my master's in one of the Anna University affiliated college. I'm also from Tamil Nadu, and my area of expertise are cloud computing and ranking methodologies. I'm being part of this NARF ranking and ATAL ranking, and I used to take care of this entire server and infrastructure. This National Testing Agency and ENBA accreditation portal, that the entire server infrastructure, and Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Pandit Magan Mohan Malaviya Vidyalaya portal, and so many other portal I used to take care of everything in the cloud. So that is the reason, like when ATAL, when they floated the application, I given my proposals that I could share some of my real-time experience because all of my application is there in the cloud. So let us start now. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. I have given option to unmute yourself and ask questions in between also. You can ask in case if you are not able to scope up that particular slide, you can stop me there and ask questions. I will clear and go for next session, next lecture, slides. Yes. Can anyone able to hear and see my screen? Can anyone say yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Before that, yesterday we have forgot to introduce about our Influence Center. Influence Center is one of the inter-university center of University Grants Commission. There are 6 inter-university center is being part of University Grants Commission. We are one among them. Initially, we started in the year 1991 as a project. Our core agenda to interconnect entire university libraries in India. Later, we became, we have taken so many ministry schemes. Now, indirectly, we are small independent unit of Ministry of Education, Higher Education. Now, majority of the schemes, whenever ministry comes up with any new idea, one of the such big example is Study in India, National Institutional Ranking Framework, whatever schemes related to universities and higher education, we do participate and we do execute that entire software and infrastructure related works. Yes. Could anyone say what is server? Because see, let me tell you, sir, I know what is cloud computing. You must have understood everything because each and every our resource person say something few words about cloud computing. Each and every time you are in, if you are being a computer science faculty, you can say, sir, I know very well what is server. But in real time scenario, what is server? When you go to hotel, you are ordering some 2 idli or 4 idli or 5 dosa or 2 tea. The person who comes, whatever you request, you will call them as a server. In real time also we have a server. The same way, entire cloud technology, not only cloud, entire software technology, all nomenclature would be related to our real-time life only, sir. So in terms of what is server, just request and response. For example, you are in front of your system, you are opening your browser, you are entering www.facebook.com. So there you are a client. Same way you are in hotel, you are ordering some 2 idli. The person comes up with 2 dosa, what you will call them? Are you really server or not? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? I asked Idli, you are serving dosa. The same way, as a client, you are sitting in front of your browser, you are requesting some XYZ website. The website is supposed to deliver whatever you are requesting. Some website cannot deliver instead of Facebook, it cannot deliver YouTube or some other thing. The same way, request and relevant response is the pure terminology of definition of server. So what are all the types of server? For example, you are in your village or your home or some other place. Sometimes you don't know. I am selling vegetable, like for example, lady's finger, like bendi I am selling. You don't know my name, but I'm far away from you. What you will call me? You don't know my name. So whatever product I'm selling, the same way you will call me. Arey bendi, arey lady's finger wala, please stop and come back. The same way, types of server, people will say, sir, we have storage servers. You can copy and paste. No, no. When you copy and paste some data or retrieve some data, that is called storage server. If you are copying through network, that is network related server. If you're using only for the purpose of email, sir, you're using, I hope you're all having email address, Gmail or Yahoo Mail or irrespective, whatever it may be. In such cases, you are using email server functionality from the cloud service provider. No, sir, I have my own website, sir. You can call it as a web server. You're using some database server, you can call it as a database server. So based upon the functionality done by the system, if you use for only database, we'll call them as a database server. You're using for only file transfer protocol, I'm just copying the data from here to there. There is some intermediator server is required. Without intermediator, you cannot copy from source to destination. So you're using some FTP server. Proxy server. I would like to tell one small story here. What is proxy? As a college, as a faculty, you must teach to your students, because in 2010 I have joined with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and so much of competitiveness. Somehow I cracked it. I entered into the IAC Bangalore. The moment I enter, my boss didn't give anything. He didn't give in the sense like he didn't give any work. I was sitting, I go there, I open the computer. Since boss didn't give any work, so as a fresher, I was not knowing that I have to go and ask him, because it is a pure research organization and people will not give any work. It is not like spoon feeding. Then the moment they give system, I assembled myself and then I started browsing. It was the peak time of Facebook. It was initially started. I enjoyed for 2 months. So 1 month passed and 2 months passed. My boss didn't even give any single work. Then I myself feel, I'm getting salary. I used to come daily. Nobody is asking any work. Nobody is giving any work. Then I asked, sir, is there any work for me? He first question he asked, Raja, you enjoyed your life? I thought he will not identify. He will not understand whatever I am browsing. I said, no, sir. As a typical human being, I said, no, sir, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. Whatever today, every day I come, I will work. He said immediately, Raja, do you know proxy server? I said, I was not aware. No, sir, I don't know. Just go and read proxy server and come back. I went, I started reading about proxy. There are so many proxy server. Proxy is one can act on behalf of others is proxy server. There are so many open source proxy that the top proxy is Squid. Proxy is whatever I'm trying to browse. If I want to request YouTube some of the video from my system, it will not go to directly that YouTube streams. It will go to our proxy server. Then proxy server on behalf of me, it will request to YouTube server. It will take the content from YouTube and it will serve locally to me. The same way, it will note it down. Raja, morning 11 o'clock, he accessed this XYZ content from YouTube. The same way, each and every person that proxy server will note an account of it. In case proxy administrator will come, for example, your head of the institution will say, how many site accessed by Raja? Just give it to me, report. He will open the proxy server, he will take the report and he will give it to them. So if you are the purpose of using that particular application, particular system, it will name it proxy server. If you're using only for gaming, you can call it as gaming server. Web server only is running website and only for application, only for chat purpose, only for the purpose of email, you can call it as mail server. It depends upon the functionality done by the system, we will name them. Now, since why we need to go for cloud, you don't worry about your hardware. This is very much important. Earlier days, nowadays also, who are not opting cloud, mostly government organization is opting cloud technology to run their application. I am from Tamil Nadu. I used to apply for TNPSC exam, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, in my college days. So it's a typical Indian mindset. Normally, government used to give 30 days of entire duration. What we do, what I did, I cannot say everyone, what I did, I wait for until 28 days, and then last day, every time we used to think, your work will expand until you have a time. Today, if you say today is the last date, tonight anyhow you will complete. If I give 5 days or 10 days time, on fifth day only you are going to start your work. The same way, the people will wait for last day, they will come to the server, they will check. So for example, I am maintaining National Testing Agency, NTA. Let me show that slide here. This is National Testing Agency. Just 2 hours, within 2 hours, I received 20 millions of requests. Do you believe that 2 crore request, 2 crore person or 2 crore request is hitting my server in 2 hours? Think, in 24 hours, 48 crore request I have to serve. For example, this is somehow in the month of April or before COVID-19, people, they have told that 10 o'clock result will be announced, 10 or 12 o'clock. So morning, 7 o'clock onwards, crores of people have started hitting my server. So what I need to do to serving this 48 crore request, initially I have to put my projection. Yes, when we get this project from National Testing Agency, I need to give a projection. Sir, how many people will come? They will say something around 50 crore per day. So what is the per minute, per second, sir? Concurrent user. They will say, sir, Raja, minimum make it 50,000 concurrent user. Every second, 50,000 requests my system has to serve. This is for genuine user. Our session, I am going to correlate with this particular hits. So I need to serve minimum 50,000 concurrent user. To start, before starting in my project, I need to put up my infrastructure proposal stating that I need to purchase some 512 GB RAM for serving this last day request. 29 day, almost out of, say for example, 25 lakhs people are going to submit the final application for TNPSC, for UPSC, or any kind of online examination system. Assume that 25 lakhs people are going to submit at the after 30th day. Until 29th day, you will expect minimum or bare minimum only 10,000 registration, maximum 50,000 registration. In last only single day, I have to make my server available for serving more than 24 lakh requests in a same day. So how I'm going to do? This is a genuine user. Somebody want to play with my server. What they will do? Array, I'm going to spoil your recruitment. I'm not telling any country. In case somebody don't like me personally, or somebody don't like our Indian government, or in this particular recruitment, they will create denial of distribution attack. Like crores of requests will come and attack our server each and every second. You have to manage the genuine user. You have to give the service to your genuine user, as well as you have to restrict the hacking or unwanted users. So in such scenario, you need to have security assessment audit for your application as well as cloud infrastructures. And my all-time favorite password. What is your password, sir? Can anyone say, please, truthfully, I'm not going to access your application. Can anyone say your password? Please say true.
Yes, Indra 7770.
Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, I am telling the answer. Indra 7770. My password.
Hello.
Yes.
All-time favorite password. Somebody can say.
Yes, I'm saying right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Excellent. I'm really grateful to you. DOB, your date of birth. @ 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, my all-time favorite password. Obviously, my wife password. My wife name. Sometimes Raja @123. Admin @123. Please mute, madam. Andrea Kumari. I really appreciate that you have given very fair answer. I think you are really extraordinary who are keeping this password, because majority of the people in the world are having same kind of password. But what one day my server got compromised. After that day onwards, this is my server password, madam. Madam, password should not be remembered by anyone, madam. Password should not be remembered by anyone, madam. Or sir. It's supposed to be all the time copy pasted. Now after that my server got compromised, I used to keep, and people will say, Raja, what is the password? I say, no, I cannot remember. I don't know. That is called password. If some application will be restricting to enter maximum of 2 or 4 digit or 6 digit, then you can have some restriction. Otherwise, if the application is allowing you to enter minimum of password, see, sometimes this password is randomly generated by some cloud operator. This password no one can remember. This is every 1 day or 2 days once automatically it will get generated for my application. So, what is hacking? Can anyone know? Until analyze, is there anyone maintaining any server in your organization, or are you be like a system administrator or cloud administrator here? The people know, because without passing this situation, no one can become a system administrator or cloud administrator. Because I used to be a 10 years cloud or system administrator. So all the time, whenever I get any problem, then only we learn. If you are in trouble, then only you are going to learn these things. But people will not say that we outside say, no problem. My system got hacked, but I have a backup. I got restored everything without any issue. But only I know internally how the way I create for my server compromise. So hacking is an attempt to exploit a computer system or a private network inside a computer. In general, in principle, of gaining access of unauthorized access into a computer, a group of computer into the system. For example, I am running my site, and sometimes what other country people will do, if they wanted to defame our Indian government or Indian applications, they will try to get the root hole of my server infrastructure and application infrastructure, and they will upload some injecting code, and they will display their own photo, which government of India may not like, or which you don't like personally. That's what. Yesterday I changed my Wi-Fi name to hack if you can, and the challenge was accepted, because before we do challenge, we do take care of any server, any infrastructure, you must know what are the security features. Security threat is involved. The moment you set up any system, any server, before start using or deploying your application, you need to focus on security. Whether my system is really secure, because sometimes one of the server got compromised. They deleted entire portal, entire website, all the application, all the page they have deleted. What I did, okay, no problem. Immediately I disconnected the LAN cable. I reinstalled the entire operating system, and then I connected. I had a backup of that code, unfortunately. So I copy pasted the entire front end and back end, everything done. I was thinking, okay, now the server I resetted, my server is fully secure. Nobody can touch my server. In front of me, I was sitting, I just applied my code. In front of me, they are deleting each and every file. How do you feel? Then, okay, changing only server, new server will not give permanent solution to me. Then I decided to go for application level. I will tell you how the way you need to check your application. For example, you are in India, you are fully protected by border security force. It doesn't mean that you are 100% secure. Like, your country can be secured by the outside of other country, but internally, why are you keeping lock? Since you are in fully secured country, why we are keeping lock? You need to have internal assessment security policy system for your server infrastructure. They will say, no, sir, I had hosted my application in Amazon or Azure or XYZ or control data center, but even though server got compromised, I will tell you, that's what I'm telling you. Your country got protected means why are you keeping log? The same way, each and every internal applications, apart from cloud infrastructure, you need to have security management system in place. So why do hackers hack? Sir, what is the purpose people are doing this filthy activities, sir? Is there any way to overcome such activities? No, madam. There is no, sir. There is no way to. There is no way to stop this activity. People will so just for fun. See, the kids are playing, no? So people will go for some attending some ethical hacking course, or they do be a part of some academic institutions. They will study about hacking. So hacking, when they study about hacking, they will give some 2-3 command, which people are not known about this small loophole about the system. They will leave the system the moment they set up the server. They will leave as it is. So who learned newly, or they wanted to make you fun, or they want make themselves as a fun, simply they will try to attack your server. And so off. If you compromise, if I am really giant in my server security, the opposite hacker also will have a giant, right? Are you challenging me? You can't. Nobody can hack your system. I will tell you how to hack. I'm going to hack your system. I'm going to challenge your servers. So to show off their talent, they will do it. Hack other systems secretly. Simply, then somebody want to spoof the people, like they wanted to secretly watch you. They will see the system and notify their thought. If I cannot, somebody will have a talent, or somebody want to say something through their inner thought, but they don't have any platform. They have a skill of hacking your server. So that is why they will hack your server. Through your server, they will express their thought and provoking process to outside world. And steals money and important data. No problem, sir. I don't have any money in my server. Sir. No, it is not the way it will work out. Because, for example, people will say through ransomware, you might have heard ransom software. What people will do, for example, I will inject some of the virus in your system. You got entire file got encrypted by ransomware software, some other software, so some other antivirus. So they will ask you, please pay the money. When they ask you money, then what you will say? Okay, if I am going to pay this money. So I will come to know from which server they are accessing, from where this money is transferring from this account to that account. What these hackers do, or this antivirus people getting ransomware money from you, initially they will hack all vulnerable server. They will do the redirection. For example, I'm the ransomware person. I want to make money by spreading virus to all the system. I will spread the virus to your system. Your all file got encrypted. Then when you open any file, I will put up one message. Raja, if you want to recover this, roll back this file, you need to pay some $100 or $1,000 or $5,000. What you will say? Okay, immediately you will complain to police station or cybercrime. Okay, the moment you click pay money, it will go to the server where it got compromised. The hacker, the ransomware people will set their application wherever the server got compromised. Then from there, again, it will not go direct to their account. The same way, they will make a chain of systems. It will go redirection here and there. Finally, it will go to their bank account or their money to their pocket, even though you could not able to hack it. That is the main reason. You don't do mistake, I'm telling you. You will not do any mistake. But the people will use our system and you will end up with a big crime if you are not keeping your server fully secure. And destroy enemy computer. If I don't like, for example, I'm a scientist B, I don't like another one more scientist C, then I will hack their system, I will destroy their enemy. Sometimes in war, this more than human war or this military war, now cyber war is happening now. And even I used to maintain more than 150 server. All the server, whenever any problem between our borders, I don't want to name the country, whenever any borders, all my server get a request, hacking request, crores of requests, all server will go down or getting slow. So to destroy enemy computer. So I believe you do understand why hackers do that. And common types of hacking. See, this fellow is being hacked by 4 people, and why people are hacking? They want you to be in trouble. You should not do any work. That is the only reason people do hacking. Social engineering and phishing. What is social engineering? For example, you might have browse one shirt or some innerwear. Keep it innerwear you are browsing in your browser. Within half an hour, 20 minutes, all inner company people will call you, sir, we are doing. You never know why did you do that. Otherwise, you just keep your mobile nearby. You just talk about I'm going to purchase innerwear. Immediately people will call you. Immediately people will send a message. They will send the location. There is a Jackie innerwear nearby 3 kilometer location or 200-meter location. So it is called social engineering hacking, madam. It's a human hacking, madam. So phishing without knowing our consent. This mostly this application, they will read or recognize your voice. Fraction of second they will sell it to the people because they want to make money out of it. And malware injecting devices. So whenever virus is also one of the program. It is not a virus. Virus, what it will do with our human being? Once virus will come to you and your regular routine work will stop. Immediately what you will do, you will go to doctor. So doctor prescribe medicine. Maybe sometimes this medicine company, I'm not 100% sure, this medicine company itself will invent the virus, they will spread into the market, then they will invent the medicine. Only that particular antivirus or anti-medicine can work out that for this particular virus. The same way, the software people also first they will invent virus, they will spread across the internet or spread across the world or internet. Then to rectify that particular virus or injecting devices, you need to purchase that antivirus from them only. So through that they will make money out of it. And missing security patches. I set up server, sir, no problem, sir. 10 years before I set up server, without any problem, my server is running perfectly. I do request you, please don't run with the existing system, existing server. Whenever new server upgrades come, it means your server is being compromised. There are some security patches which must have to update. Otherwise, your server can be vulnerable to anyone to hack. If you are maintaining some server or you have some system, kindly do update or upgrade your system every frequently. Otherwise, your system can be hacked. Even your personal laptop, even your mobile, you are maintaining some data center or server, you have to upgrade batches each and every time. And cracking passwords. So no, sir, I have maintained something 1720 letters, sir. No. What crackers normally will do, they will have crores of 10 crore password in their hand. They will type, okay, Raja is the username. They will find the username somehow mostly by email address, or first part of your email address will be the username for everywhere. Otherwise, they will find out your family member or some other thing. They will make it. They will find out your username at any cost. So password, no problem, sir. It is no. Some hackers, what they will do, they will give you huge discount. Instead of 2000 rupees product, they will give you only 500 rupees. But or 5 rupees they will give you. Oh, really? No problem. Immediately I will log in. I will register your username and password. Right? Normally they will. You will use common username from all the places, and 90% of the password will be same. So the moment you enter your password, they will come to know, yes, this is the user ID. This is the password. This fellow will use the same password irrespective of banking and other places. I'm telling, if the site is unknown, if you are not trusting that particular website, don't use your password at all, because this is like human psychology. You will use a common password all places. And this cracking password, they will try with one Raja username and password with test123 Raja 123, like that they will keep on adding through some algorithm. 10 crore password they will try. I'm damn sure any one of these password can be matched with your real password, and then system will get open. And distributed denial of services. As I said, within 1 hour I received 2 crore requests for National Testing Agency. That is a genuine user. I believe it is a genuine user because I applied DDoS services from Azure, my cloud service provider. Sometimes what they will do to make your server down or to make they want to defame you, they keep request, they will set up some common script, it will keep disturb your server. So due to that reason your CPU get more load. Because of CPU load, the system sometime may go down, otherwise it will give slow response to the entire genuine users. And brute force attacks, that is also one of the brute force attack. Like that, there is so many softwares it is available to comply this brute force attack. This is in general, people will attack through browser or directly to the server. I will explain in slides. So as a best practice, what I need to do, sir, whatever you say, I may feel some kind of hesitation. Really, this many things are happening now? Yes, sir. Whenever you set up server or whenever you do any kind of application development, you need a system or infrastructure. You need to set up minimum 24 character of password, minimum 24 characters, sir. Don't go less than that. And that it should be a combination of capital, small letter and special character and so on. And when I started my work, my boss used to say, Raja, the moment you put inside your operating system, you want to install operating system, insert the CD and select all the options. Please don't do that. Please don't install unnecessary software which you do not require or do not know. You need to install all the time plain operating system, plain OS, irrespective. In case if you are in server infra, you need to install only plain operating system only. In case some of your developers says, no, I need to enable this Apache mode or SSL or mode SSL, I wanted to enable proxy mode and other thing, you have to enable only those particular required by your developers. And turn on, in case if you are using Linux system, you should not disable Linux. It is very much important for the Linux system. And secure console access. Console access means like command prompt always will have more power than the GUI mode, and you need to secure the console access. And checking listening port. Keep check the listening port. For example, you are maintaining the web server or website or database server. In general, default website port is 80. So you have to keep check how many people are working and from where this 80 port getting listened, that it is coming from which country, and whether it continuously it is attacking, it means that somebody doing something. Then if it is vulnerable, try to change the port. For example, port number 22 for SSH, secure socket layer. And to secure your server, because your server IP address is 122.16.16.16, for example. Your username is default, you will keep it root, and port number is 22. So by knowing your server domain name or this IP address, simply they will try with IP address, username and password, corrosive password, your server will get compromised. So instead of that, change the port number. No, my SSH access I am going to enable through port number 202020, like that 2020 or some other password 2866 28066. Those kind of things you have to do. I will tell you how to change the port, listening default port in my coming slides. And you should never allow root user login for your server. You should never ever allow root user login your server. No, sir, I am very comfort in root user, no problem. If you are allowing root user login, there is a PPK based authentication, passphrase key authentication. If you enable root user, you have to implement PPK based authentication. And change the default port. Disable alt control delete in init tab, because see, for example, somebody hackers have an opportunity to open your data center, or they came to nearby your server or computer. If you allow alt control delete, then the person who is accessing your system will have an option to reboot. When they started rebooting, at the time of booting time, they can change the kernel code, and without they are able to reset your password. So try to disable alt control delete in init tab. Passwordless authentication. Don't use password at all sometimes in case of server. Use only PPK based authentication. And there is a fail to ban. For example, you are maintaining server or some applications. If 3 wrong attempt happen from any of the IP address or any of the request, first time it will verify, you need to run them array. For example, bank, if you try 5 username password, 5 times password, different password, it will block you for 24 hours. The same way, fail to ban is an option. It's a batch application by default by the all Linux system. You need to install fail to ban. The same way, Windows also, without disabling Windows firewall, kindly start using Windows system. Even computer, personal computer also, please enable Windows firewall and Windows sense, like since Windows firewall sense also you have to enable. So these are all the best practices irrespective. You must teach to your student, because the moment they complete their curriculum degree, they are going into the organizations. They must aware about all these things. And security audits. I said, if you are in India, fully protected by border security force, it doesn't mean that you are fully secure. Maybe some local people can able to access or can able to cheat or can steal your money or something. That is why we need to have a small lock. The same way, I am having my entire application in Amazon Cloud or Azure Cloud. It doesn't mean that they will 100% protect our software, because software is developed by me. They did not develop the software. So for example, I have my I'm conducting an online recruitment. I am asking the participants or the candidate to upload their photo, image, or their profile. So this profile, what is the extension for this profile? Only .jpg, maybe in terms of image, JPG or JPE or GIF or PNG file image extension. Or in case of document, docx or PDF or something. What at initial stage, one of my developer in initial stage, what he did, he simply used the browse button, which allow PHP file, .NET or Perl script or shell script, script also. In such cases, what hackers will do, they will try to browse, they will enter all the field. If I am the hacker, I will go to browse button. I have a hacking script already pre-written by me. I will keep it in my local desktop. I will go to browse. I will select that shell script which I have done it. I wrote it myself to hack your system. I will upload. It will go and store in your server location. From there, server get compromised. That is the reason I said one day, one time, one of my application got compromised. I reinstalled entire operating system. Again, the people got control. They are able to delete. Then such cases, you need to do security audit. Security audit for server infrastructure is entirely different. Your application infrastructure is entirely different. Because the security audit team, what they will do, each and every text box they will check, each and every browse box they will check, on submit whether this going to your server only, this request is going to your server or it is directing to some other server. So you need to have a security audit. There are so many company which is certified by CERT-IN certified, CERT in is a government of India body to verify the security audit company. And if you are running any project, any government project, you must provide your security audit compliance certificate for your application. And security checklist for opting your cloud service provider. Sir, application I am developing, sir, is there any security checklist I need to do? Yes, you have to do. Physical controls, for example, they will say, sir, our data center, we change every 3 years once our hardware, sir. Okay, today you stored all your important data in Azure Cloud or Amazon Cloud. They are storing the old hardware. You think that, okay, I am having only the access of this entire applications. After 3 years, this become old hardware, but that hardware still holding your information. Whether before commissioning that particular hardware, are they really erasing everything? You have to make sure, since you are holding any government of India data. In the event that defective disk cannot be fully erased, sometimes the hard disk may be broken, but still it will have it contains some of the data. You have to follow some standards, NIST 888 guidelines, which broke entire hardware also again. Oh, sir, really, should I need to do this many things, sir? I don't know, maybe some of you or some of your students might be working with Ministry of IT, or they are going to hold some other kind of database or some other database, which should be very much, sometimes they work for this election commissions. Such time, these kind of things need to be taken care. and true for purposely decommissioned. Whether really they are decommissioned entire hardware, you need to ensure that is what if they are being part of NIST 888 guidelines, the cloud service provider having part of that particular acquainted with that particular guidelines, they need to decommission. They will ensure this guideline people will ensure. Solutions should be scalable to provide multi-security blocks like URL filtering, antivirus. These things supposed to be there in your cloud service provider. Security solution, especially in Azure cloud, could be a inspect traffic, it arrives or leaves. For example, I am running one application only like study in India. Over coming from outside of country, they would like to come to India. They would like to come to India for the purpose of study. So I don't want to allow other country people to log in and register their application. What I will do? Okay, first let me check their entire country IP ranges. Yes, I will add into my cloud service provider CSP platform. Yes, only allow this particular Nepal country or only allow this Sri Lanka country. So through their ISP, their country ISP provider, I will get the list of IPs. I will add it to my cloud infra. It will allow only from those country people. It will not allow any other. It will not open any other country. So such kind of URL filtering should be there, and it should inspect where this traffic is coming from. And proposed security solutions should have unified security management in firewall policies. Should have specialized firewall policies, URL filtering, anti-bot, antivirus framework. It's supposed to have if you are planning to opt some cloud service provider to serve your organization. It should have logging, reporting, audit and compliance management framework. Solutions should be manageable from centralized management, either data center or cloud. For example, you have one server in your data center and another one you want to make it a cloud. You are making this one as a secondary, other one is a primary. Whenever you do upload any data, automatically it will come here. In case failure happens from Azure or Amazon or this cloud service provider, automatically your data center from here should take up the entire load and should serve the client request. Sir, I don't want to go for public cloud, sir. I have my own hardware. I have my data center. I want to set up my data set, my private cloud in my campus. What are the compliance I need to follow? So again, this is the compliance. You must check who are giving. If you are planning to go for open source, there is a OpenStack and CloudStack, and there are one more software is there that is very good for open on-premises cloud. If you are going for proprietary software, you have to check whether that particular proprietary software is being compliant of these are all the certifications, like ability to do rollback firmware, secure erase of land and user data, TPM module 1.202 supposed to be enabled for that particular framework or stack, and secure erase of any ND supposed to be there. Chases in intrusion detection should have that particular cloud stack software should have the functionality inbuilt. For opting private cloud, you need to check these are all conditions. So this is our Azure current platform. We have moved most of our application to other cloud platform due to some other reasons, because they do charge heavy money for the data download. And here right now we are making our national testing agency and study in India, and NIR of databases, everything is I'm maintaining there. So look at here. For this NIR of machine, database machine, nobody can connect to the SQL server except our office network. Otherwise, they will steal entire data. And see this, to make a remote connection of this database machine, I will not use 389 port by default. I'm not going to use. So I will change the port. I'll change the remote desktop protocol port from 389 to 28066. This MS SQL port, it's instead of 2433, 2469 port to 24333 port, I will change it. Again, I will allow only access of these two conditions. I will not allow to everyone to access my database. I will allow only these particular IP ranges to access the entire machine. This is like people will say, no, sir, I tried your website, but it is not happening. It is not allowing me to log in. There are all the time it is showing request. See, I used to maintain like statistics also. This cloud service provider will offer you like how many people got error last 1 month. Only 50 requests from this national testing agency application got failed out. Otherwise, it will say each and every time, every moment it will take it out and it will calculate and it will give us. I believe we are so much into only subject oriented, and we will have some fun later after this session. At the end of this session, I will ask some 2-3 questions. And this high availability of services, as I said, people typically from India, they will wait until 29th day. They will come in 30th day. They will try to register. Then they will say, no, 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 I was about to register. I want to become an IAS officer. Due to this internet, these people did not maintain properly our recruitment. Yeah, that is why I missed the chance. They will say, we will not give the chance to anyone because we do set up the cluster of services or high availability of these services at the back end. For example, you are a client, you want to access an ARF website or NT website. On front facing, client facing, we set up the load balancer. And behind the load balancer, we set up web server 1, web server 2, web server 3, web server 10, web server 20 also we will add it. Then backend database also, we will have always on availability cluster platform we will create. So whenever this database server failed, this two database server will have a common storage placed. For example, you enter your first name. The moment you click save, it will go and stay into the common place. Then again, for retrieving that particular data, we need to have a database server from database. Yes, database server. Server 1 get down, and automatically these two server will have a heartbeat in between. Then server 2 will take up the responsibility and it will serve the client request. So likewise, look at here, this is a national testing agency. This where NEET exam and all other thing. I do maintain that national testing agency website. See, I mentioned 10 instance cloud, 10 instance count. For example, one instance for it is a 4 GB RAM and 100 GB hard disk. Today morning 5 o'clock, only 20 people will request our server. I don't want to run 128 GB hard disk or 1 TB of hard terabyte and larger bandwidth. I don't want to run. So I'll make it only 1.75 GB is one instance count. Only 1.7 GB RAM is to run the National Testing Agency server. Then what it will do, see there is a condition I made it. When this CPU utilization, that 1.7 GB RAM server used by the National Testing Agency, if it is server utilization is more than 70%, automatically it will add by one count. Then memory percentage, processor, if it is beyond again 70%, again I am going to add. Sometimes so many people are waiting in the queue, so many HTTP queue length, it is beyond 100 people or 200 people, I will increase my count, my system count, my instance count 1. For example, I have only one server currently serving. CPU utilization is becoming 70%, immediately it will make one more copy of the server. So two instance will request for client. Again, it is beyond increasing HTTP length more. No, people are still waiting in the queue. They are requesting and they are getting slowness in the response. Immediately it will add one more instance. Then so I used to keep on adding. Now morning 10 o'clock, 1 crore people requested our server. I added 10 or 15 or 20 machines to serve the request. How I will decrease the server? Again, it will check. For 2 minutes, it will check whether it is going to be less than the 70% of the CPU utilization. Okay, from 20 to 19 it will become. Again, memory percentage, again it will check. If it is less than 70%, okay, 19 to 18. Like that way, based upon the server request, my instance count will go down. If you are maintaining a traditional data center, to run this entire application, you need to spend something around 1 crore rupees. But we could manage if you are having cloud infrastructure, not only this private cloud I'm talking, if you have your own cloud also, you can manage instead of 1 crore within 1 lakh rupees, you can manage. That is the beauty of opting cloud with full security. So again, what is risk management? So again, cloud for infrastructure level, they will have the risk management team, they will do it. So set of activities and methods to control risk. Each and every day, new virus is coming, the same way new type of request or risk also will come. That management team will identify and analyze. They will find out the solution. Then architecture to manage risk. You should, whenever you are being part of or your student want to go to some of the organization in server security control, he has to learn what is the architecture to manage the risk. And what is risk management again? It's a process identifying the security risk, and after identifying the security risk, what is the impact you are doing to safeguards and control the entire system. So steps: threat identification first. What is the threat? Where it is coming from? Who is the source? Where is the source of this threat? And vulnerability identification, like after identifying, yes, this person is trying to attack this particular file, so there is some vulnerable code is there in the particular file. You need to identify the vulnerability of the system or application. And what is the risk determination, whether it is really true. Sometimes people will simply request, we don't want to spend your entire infrastructure to manage that particular risk, just leave it as it is. And then control recommendation, what is the being a part of that particular assessment team, you need to give some recommendation to overcome that particular risk. So again, these are all the steps you have to follow: threat identification, vulnerability identification, risk determination, and control recommendation. This is very important. Everything is important. This is very important. When you choose some of the cloud service providers, see in India, this is called a seismic zone. If you are having some Amazon, if you want to use Amazon Web Services, you need to ask them, do you have two different seismic zone data center? For example, Microsoft has data center in Mumbai and Greater Noida and Jaipur or Chennai or Hyderabad. So you look at here, whenever any earthquake happens in this particular Gujarat area, obviously this particular place also will have, both are there in the same platelet, madam. This platelets, what will happen, you think there are 4 or 5 sliding plate, or this wooden plate is lying on the table, 5 plates lying on the table. In the 5 plates, you are in the last slide or last plate. Obviously, at the end also, the last plate will have some vibration. Comparatively, the top wood of the on the sliding wood. The same way, any earthquake happen in this Gujarat area. Oh no! There is no relation. There is in between. So many districts will be available. States will be available. How it can impact this Arunachal Pradesh and Guwahati or this Manipur? There is no relation. No, because it all they're the same platelet, same seismic zone. In case anything happened here, the same vibration can be felt by this particular location. The same way, somebody has this some earthquake happen in Jaipur, it can impact Bangalore also, Raipur also. So this is the way the seismic zone will function. So why seismic zone is important in terms of cloud storage? People will get attacked or something national calamity happens. Today, some earthquake or big cyclone happens. My data center is in Hyderabad, or one data center in my cloud service provider data center is Jaipur one and Bangalore one. Both are from same seismic zone. Some earthquake happens. Both data center will have an impact. That is why you need to check whether the data center is in different seismic zone or not. And data location, that is very important. For example, I am creating one virtual machine. Whenever I am creating virtual machine, that cloud service provider will say, do you want to store this VM in India 100 rupees, in Bangladesh it is 150 rupees, in US it is 60 rupees, in Paraguay it is only 50 rupees, because each and this Microsoft or some other cloud service provider, they are doing their business. They have the data center in all around the world. Based upon their particular country finance or money value or their country IT policy, the tax, it will impact the prices on our virtual machine. But sir, if I select this another location, sir, another country, I am getting very good benefits, sir. Don't do that at all. Why? Because whenever they are having their data center in that particular country, the country will have an entire control of their data center. If the country IT team or would like to open their data center, they have to open Microsoft or irrespective of anyone, but it is not going to happen. Especially coming to the government organization, I cannot store National Testing Agency's report or NARF report outside of India data center. It is clearly mentioned by Ministry of IT. I cannot use other than India data center cloud service provider system. That is very much important. And recovery, that's what it's supposed to be a different seismic zone so that recovery of data can be placed very much easily. And viability, how the way they are doing, whether it is they will take 15 days or 20 days time to recover, that is also plays role here. And support reducing risk, you need to go for their past history to select your CSP. That's what this yesterday Abhishek rightly said. See, look at here. See this particular Amazon Services International, and they have private cloud and VPC. Mumbai only they have 3 data center. Then it is a vulnerable. Then controllers they have 1 data center in Hyderabad and another one is in Navy Mumbai. See, look at here. Hyderabad here there is another seismic zone 1 and Mumbai is seismic zone 3. So you don't have any problem if you are using this particular CSP. Like that way, you need to check before opting any of the cloud service provider. Otherwise, you need to ask them when you give any float any of the cloud tender, you need to mention data center should the cloud service provider should have 2 different seismic zone data center availability. Again, Ministry of IT has given some security assessment related CSPs. Otherwise, tomorrow I will start my own CSP like cloud service system. I have 5 terabyte or 5 racks of server. I'll say, yes, I'm also being part of cloud service provider. No. Whenever anybody you are planning to opt, first check MIT, Ministry of IT, whether they are empaneled with them or not. Then whether it is security audit is done by the MIT team or not. This is the way you need to choose your CSP. And types of services: operation security, application security, storage security, network security, backup and disaster recovery. These are the types of services your cloud service provider is offering you or not. You need to ensure it. Yes. Again, so much of all your hard work, you put a lot of your time and effort to develop entire application. You trust the CSP or you are trusting your own data center. You are keeping entire data. It doesn't mean that all your hard work can become true, because the moment you float your application online or it is there in live, after 15 days or 5 years or 10 years down the line, there is so much of data. You need to be very sure whether this data is fully secured or not. That should be very much important. Again, one more risk of cloud computing. Whenever you sign an agreement level, that's what people will say, sir, I will give you, instead of 100 rupees, I will give you 5 rupees. Then their service level agreement, you need to check whether they are giving 99.99% of service level agreement or not. And then location of data, who has access to their data, and security measures in place to protect your data. Legislation and regulation of that particular CSP, need to be aware of the legislation and regulation of data storing country. Lack of internet access leaves data out of reach, limited control, and cipher attacks. And these are all some of the good movies. And I used to watch, maybe I am being a system administrator. I have watched almost all the movies. It's all very good hacking movies. You can also watch at your leisure time. Thanks. Now we will have a 15 minutes interactive sessions. You can ask me if you have any live system at your are you managing, or you want to teach to your student how the way you can teach as internet security and other thing. I can able to answer now. Oh, great. I got 100% returns.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, this is not regarding the security. I just want to know how we can get a free storage space in AWS, Amazon Web Server, because if I go there, they ask me to give credit card details.
Yes, that's what. Actually, it is part of my session, madam. If I say now your interest will go down, no problem. There is a simple storage service, madam. S3 bucket. That's what if you go alone, there is a cold storage and hot storage will be there. You need to always opt if you are not going to download or upload your server, your data very frequently. You need to go for cold storage and all the time this Amazon and Amazon and Azure, if you upload 1 TB of data to their infrastructure, zero cost, madam. When you download from their infrastructure to your system, you need to pay per GB 7.9 rupees or 8 rupees. See, they have fixed this financial model when internet was evolving. 15 years before, you will not get even 0.5 GB, 250 MB rupees, 250 MB data was 100 rupees earlier. Now per day, 5 GB or 3 GB I can able to get it within 300 rupees per month. Earlier, this pricing model, when they fixed it, is like Giant, Amazon, Azure. So that's what, madam. When you opt cloud service providers, they will say, sir, only 100 rupees at this particular server. But they will charge additionally for your virtual private network, your public IP address, per IP address 150 rupees they will charge. Then whenever you upload, whenever you download that file, every day if you download, they will charge. Sometimes some hackers want to make you spend more money. They will run some script. If you have some PDF file, 1 crore time they will download your PDF file. So 1 crore into 1 MB, you need to pay something around. You may think, okay, no problem. I am having my server in Amazon and Azure. Per month only 2,000 rupees, 2,500. No, that is only for infrastructure. If you started using your server, when they open your website will contain small images in your web page. You need to pay money for the data egress charge, madam. That's very much important when you opt for this one. And this simple storage services, there is a method, madam. Otherwise, first you have to register as an academic entity, madam. You need to register as an academic entity. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Can we use edge computing using Cisco for security related issues? I have not done it, sir, exactly, but you can post it to me by email, sir. I will read and do it, sir. In general, we are using Edge, Azure Edge. You know what is the purpose? Whenever we do announce the ranking result, so we do have a PDF file of the each and every institution. So what we do, for example, from Tamil Nadu, one person would like to access that PPT file or PDF file. If I keep only in Bombay data center, what it will going to happen? Each and every time that user internet has to travel from state ISP, again it will change into other place. So what we do opt Microsoft Edge. It is called a CDN network, Content Delivery Network. What it will do, the moment I upload any file, it will store into 18 different locations. They have 18 Edge, Azure Edge. It will go and store in all the 18 places. And for requesting from Madras or Tamil Nadu or Delhi, it will directly go on that particular edge and it will give the services to them. And that is the way you can store. And I will read it out and come back to you. Yes. Anything else?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Ambika.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, what type of security issues will be occurred for hybrid clouds compared to private and public?
Yes, that's what. If you are hybrid means which type of company you are going to make it the tie up. Like you have your own data center as well as you are having some public cloud also. Correct? Security related, how the way it will come, you need to check your network protocol, and in general, if you are using hybrid cloud, they will help you out, madam, to complaints all the security. Leak while traveling from here your own data center to public cloud, there is a possibility of stealing information through network. So you have to be more concentrate on network related security.
Okay,
So I said each and every time. That is why only madam is asking question. I believe some staff also should ask question.
Rajesh sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Setting up a private cloud is good, or we have to buy AWS or Microsoft Azure? Which is good, sir? Buying a physical server at our campus and installing a virtual machine on that and creating a number of virtual machines, that is good. Or whether we have to go for this AWS or Microsoft Azure.
So I'm personally, we do, whenever you go for planning to have your personal own data center, that is fine, sir. Your own private cloud, it is perfectly fine. But you need to make sure about your internet bandwidth, sir. Sir, you are running maximum 100 server. Your internet bandwidth maximum 10 MB or 1 Gbps, less than 1 Gbps, or maybe 100 Mbps. You run everything on your own without any spending additional cost. But nowadays, you might be aware, so much of recent people will security risk will come to your server. You need to be fully updated. You need to upgrade your firmware and your stack management system. Are you planning which one you are planning? So whether
so that's why I'm asking. That's why in our college, the management is asking whether we are going to for this cloud or we are going to buy a physical server.
Sir, I personally recommend to go for private cloud, sir. I personally recommend, but
okay.
For critical time, you need to have a subscription with some public cloud also. In case whenever you face any difficulty here, you need to have a cloud storage in the public cloud, sir, so that you can make it over there.
Okay.
And I'm again reiterating here. You need to make sure about the downloading charges, sir. They will charge you so much of money using
because
download.
Some people were not knowing how they are charging for us and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. They will charge you money. That's what they will give you server 2,500 rupees, sir. Yeah, for downloading, you need to pay. For downloading, you need to pay 25,000 rupees.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Please share all the contents. Yes, today another half an hour I am going to share entire content. If you can share the same way, it will be comfortable to prepare, sir. Yes, Dr. Sunita, madam. Sure, madam.
Sir, I have a doubt. Is it possible to get different services from different cloud service provider through single?
What service exactly do you need, sir?
It might be one from infrastructure and another storage.
That's what, sir. What are you going to run? What is the application you are going to run?
I just thought to combine the multiple cloud services, sir, like a platform. So as the time goes, if one provides the better service for the low cost, is it possible for me to move my entire application, entire cloud setup to another service provider?
So that's what if you are running only. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Only 1 second there is. If you are running only for the web application, it should, whenever you develop any application, it should be platform independent, sir. For example, you are outsourcing your application also, you need to ask your developers whether my application is a platform independent or not.
Okay, sir.
Then you will be 100% safer side, sir. Tomorrow you don't like, you just throw them out. I don't want you, I will move it, everyone. And there is a two model will be available, sir. One is subscription model and pay as you go model, sir.
Okay.
What these big people will do, if you go for subscription, for example, postpaid kind of thing, if you fix it for 2 years, 60% discount.
Okay.
But again, 60% discount for the purpose of only computing storage, only the RAM and other thing. What about the recurring cost? Every month you need to pay for downloading cost.
Okay, if I move from one cloud to cloud, I need to bear the additional charges. Okay.
You pay additional charges and you need to ask your developers to develop the application platform independent.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Irrespective, whether it is Windows system or Linux system or any cloud platform. See, sometimes what they will do, they will use IDM, Identity Management System.
Okay.
Instead of IDM, they will install in the same server. They will use the platform IDM like Microsoft Azure or Amazon IDM. You don't ask them not to use that. Better ask them to set up an Active Directory server. You pay additionally for that particular server.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, please elaborate about DevOps. We have specialist, DevOps specialist is coming. So if I know very well, but that is, if I say you will get bored in his session, this Microsoft DevOps engineer is coming. Pakka, you will get as, you will get it. Sushil. Daily content, if you can share, I will share it now. Anything else?
No, sir.
But all 100 people are still online. See, we plan to have 40 members. The people may be feeling that, sir, you don't provide this hands-on platform. I'm telling you again and again. I do have 5 days curriculum. 40 people. I will bring them here. I will create 40 account. All the people. I will give them hands-on for 4 days, 5 days. I will ask them, I will ensure them to create machine and create website and to do internet entire thing. Now also I have that PPT with me. If I have a time, then I will display in afternoon session or Friday. Like how the way you need to register and creating virtual machine, creating website, everything will be there. Sir, there will be any practical session? No, sir. No, Sushil, there is no practical session. Oh, voice is not clear? See, yesterday we faced some of the 2-3 participants, we could not get their name. So what I did, I'm going to share one of the file for the purpose who attended yesterday, and we have taken everything and we do verify. Please feel genuinely. I'm going to share the application now. Only 1 second. Because sometimes at the time of registration you have used some other email address, and 1 second. Vishwanathan, as per registration on mobile. Yes, I'm going to put up here now. Please open this file and enter your first name, full name as per the registration. What is the email address you have given and the mobile number. See, if some institution wants daily attendance, you can request me. I will give you attendance. That FDP program you have given, you have attended today. Otherwise, at the end of the 5th day, we do fill the attendance from online platform. Kindly do fill this attendance only once. Oh, 4, 5. Great. Somebody might have attended my session earlier. And today afternoon session, I will just brief because I will not leave you until 1:15. I will not leave you. If you want, you can ask some story, how the way it built up and then cloud and other system, so that you don't want to be idle in this meeting session. Somebody can, somebody want to ask, sir, because I'm working in live cloud environment, I'm managing server, so you can ask me any question. There is two ways, sir. One thing, if you ask me more questions, I'll be very happy. If you're not asking, I believe that you understood everything from my lecture. What precautions measures to be considered while going for cloud? That's what, again and again. First one, cloud download charge and the certification, and whether they are MATI compliance, MATI, Ministry of EITY, Ministry of Information and Electronic Technology, that they need to be part of that MATI, and their past history and financial benefit, and data, disaster recovery. Disaster recovery is very much important.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Since you mentioned that you are working on cloud, I mean server side, are you able to do some kinds of load balancing activity over the server?
Yes, sir, that's what. See, there is some time in my session. You could see. I'm going to share my screen. There is two type of load balancers, sir. Sometimes this cloud service provider itself, they have inbuilt load balancer with them. One second, let me share. You are able to see my screen, sir?
Yeah, I am able to see.
Yes, this is the human now ourselves, wherever you are there, not only in cloud, even you are running your own data center, you can make this load balancer, sir. You need to set up two web server, you need to make one load balancer. That normally this Windows machine, Windows IaaS, Internet Information Services also will support making load balancer cluster, and you need to first set up a private network, sir. So like whoever attacking any server or the load balancer only for this particular environment, sir. For example, I am maintaining study in India. I will create a resource group first. Whenever you want to make more secure your system, to make a resource group. Under the resource group, you need to create the system or infrastructure only that particular resource group only. In such cases, in case something get compromised, this web server one got compromised or hacked by some other people, only this infrastructure will go down. Here, see, this is the client, like you are sitting there, you are trying to access this website. The load balancer will respond to this client request. So backend also there is a database also you need to make a failover cluster. This is the very simple diagram for making load balancer availability of the services. And see, this is I am using Azure inbuilt load balancer. So whenever this condition meets, automatically it will add an instant or it will remove the instant. See, scale out means it is adding one more institution, increase by one count or decrease by one. Scale in means it is going to decrease the server count. This is Azure inbuilt load balancer. This is user defined load balancer, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
One second. Somebody asked some question, right? Dockers, right? What precaution I have answered? I'm working on security challenges in Internet of Vehicles. Sir, please suggest some tools for detection of attack in vehicular communication. Sushil, again, really I'm not working on it, and for you I will read and I will come back to you. You can even everybody have my mobile number. I'm posting again. 3486 420. If I don't have time, I will connect you the right people from the industry. You can note down my name. Is containers are really implemented in cloud? That's what, sir. Again, madam Nitya, Nitya ma'am, containers again different varieties will be there, madam. For example, I have my web application which need one web server, application code, and my database. I don't want anything else at all. Then that container size maximum only 100 MB. But you are asking about entire infrastructure level, the top giant people are using container and they will help you out, then you need to pay a huge amount. Is there any role performance issues of DNS in cloud data centers or request will be routed through DNS? No. See, that's what. Whenever you commission any of the application, one website you wanted to create, they will ask you, do you want to assign static IP of this system machine? Yes. The moment you say static IP, that IP will be registered and permanently allocated for you. Then that same public IP, you need to give it to your DNS operator who is managing your DNS manager. You just tell them, yes, create subdomain or create this domain and map this with this public IP. That's it. It is in general, madam. But you need to check whether that port 80 is open in the live server or not. That is the only thing. There is DNS role will not be there. Please suggest security area in which academic research can be done. I'm doing my research, madam, because single sign-on is my research. I just registered, and security area. To find out, madam, for security area, you just read so many hacking articles, madam. Hackers article or hacker websites, hacking movie. Then you will find out, okay, this is a loophole. That's maybe your research area, madam. You have to find out the problem. Once you find out the problem, then how to find out the problem? You try to attack some. I'm not telling you ethical hacking you should not do, and find out the problem first. Amit Kumar Singh. There is a team, Cloud Defense on team. He is from IIT. So he's very good at hacking. He's having more than 14,000 clients within 5 years of time. More than serving and infrastructure, people are more concerned about their security of system and data. Anything else? And thanks. I'm watching all 100 people are in online, and I believe you do attend all my sessions and our sessions also. Shall we wind up? Let me see how many responses I'm getting. Yes. Thank you. So 1:10 now. Go for lunch and kindly be calm. We assemble at 2 o'clock. That my next presenter. See, let me tell you one thing. Our people who are working here. They are not in like orator, or they are not the teaching faculty. They are all working in live environment. More than teaching, you can ask them many questions. I will be very happy. Because you can ask, you can get n number of orator or teacher or faculty from outside, but you cannot get industry people like us who really works, who really maintain. You can ask, sir, how the way this framework is formed, sir, how you are maintaining, sir, this request per day, how many requests can come. Like that, you can ask everything. And 1:10 now, please be assembled, be back at 2 o'clock. Thanks a lot.